KCYP 97.7 FM. Welcome to Cityscape, a show that brings you the talent all around this area. And today is an exceptional day for that. We have in the studio with us Lizette Marie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. In fact, I want to send a shout out to Lucio, who's out in the behind the scenes over
Love
here.
you, Lucio.
He's the one that introduced me to your music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yay!
Also
He's my best friend.
Fantastic.
Ever.
Yeah, I'm glad that he introduced me to your music, and you're here now, and so I'm glad. Thank you for making the time to come out.
Of course.
I want to give a shout out to our producer for today, Renee Garza, behind the scenes, making it happen.
Hey.
And we've got a photographer. You a photographer out here?
Yes. So he's my friend and also coworker, Alex Martinez. So yeah, he helps me a lot with my content and videos that we're about to see.
Shout out to Alex. And yes, and we're gonna be able to watch 2 of your videos in just a bit. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Yes.
So tell me about your career, your music. When did you get started?
So, I mean, I've honestly been singing since I was really young. Like, I remember singing my parents to sleep. Like, they wouldn't sing me lullabies. I would sing them lullabies, and they'd be like, okay, like, time to go to bed. And I didn't want to go to bed. So I was always singing right off the bat, like probably 5-6 years old. Always wanted to sing and dance. And then I started professionally kind of putting myself out there more, doing shows when I was about 15. At 15, I started learning guitar, acoustic, and I would always write in my diary. Like, I was always about lyrics and songwriting and poetry. So I would say I started taking it seriously around 15. Yeah.
When did you have your first gig, or when did you record your first single?
So my first ever gig, if you could call it that, because my brother John from John King Entertainment, he gets me a lot of my gigs around town, and I know they would have like all the art shows, like they kind of still have it now at the art walk, and at CNET they opened up that front bar area, and I just put my cheap little amp up. I had a Epiphone guitar, and I started just playing by myself at one of the art walks, actually, at CNL Ray.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that was like the first show ever. And then single wise, well, I didn't really do a single. My first thing ever I did was put out an album, and that was more around like COVID time, like when the lockdown happened. I took the time to really start writing a lot, putting songs together. So I have an album out, 10 tracks, and that album's called Equilibrium. Yeah.
So you took advantage of that opportunity that everything was on lockdown to record?
Yes, the world was chaotic, and it just felt like a time to really look inward. And I didn't really ever have that time because, we get so busy. We work, I have a child also. So that was like the real time that I had to myself to really dedicate to music. I remember going out to the pawn shops and just like bought a ukulele, bought a keyboard. Like, I just really wanted to experiment at home with music while we were all like during a lockdown.
Oh. Shout out to your little boy. What's his name?
His name's Aiden.
And he's here in the studio. I saw him earlier, right?
Oh, yeah. I take him with me everywhere. He's my roadie.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, I take him with me everywhere. He's at band practice. He sometimes goes when I'm like recording music. Like, yeah, he's always along for the ride. He loves it.
That's fantastic. So tell us about your music genre.
So, I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of classic rock. I listened to a lot of punk rock also. Even pop punk, I would say. I really love Green Day. But growing up, I always liked Fleetwood Mac, obviously like the Beatles. And so that's really translated into my music. So I would say it's more indie rock. I'm definitely down to dabble in genres, though. Like this year, I recorded a collab with Arnold the Painter. He's a local musician, also a rapper, and so I'm doing that, like kind of R&B style. And so, but my music, I would say it's more indie rock. I would say I want to dabble though into everything.
That's neat. That's really neat. Now, before we got on the show, we were talking backstage about your generation. That what we've noticed here at our station is that during your generation, there was a lot of really creative artists that came out from that generation here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
We saw it, everywhere from, Roma, Rio Grande City, La Jolla, all the way down to Brownsville.
There's a lot of talent here, for sure.
There is, and that's one of the things that I always tell folks. There's a lot of talent here, whether it's musical talent, whether it's in acting, whether it's in film production, whether it's in sculpting, painting, whatever. There's so much talent here in the Rio Grande Valley, and so that's why we focus a lot on promoting the talent down here, and so we're happy that you're here, and so
thank you.
There's the first song that you want to show us, right? Tell us about that.
So the first song I'm going to talk about is Ghost. So that song is part of my album Equilibrium. I have 10 tracks. Ghost is one of them. And again, I did write that around 2020, around COVID time. And it's just one of those songs that I really didn't give a lot of thought into it. It just happened. Like the lyrics happened, the chord, I think I even discovered a new chord with guitar playing, and it just flew so effortlessly. And it was right around the time my aunt had passed away too, and I felt like that was kind of a message from her. Like, I don't know, that's what I've always kind of said, like that's what came to me, that it was like for her and kind of a message for me. It's about someone that's not there present physically, but you feel them spiritually, you feel their presence, their energy, like they're still around to love you. So that's what Ghost is about.
Cool. Well, we'll talk about the production part of it right after we watch it. So let's take a look.
Yes.
But that was Ghost by Lisette Marie. Now you're a singer songwriter, so you wrote the lyrics, you write your own lyrics,
Yes.
and you write your own music as well.
Yes.
Tell me about that process.
So I first started out with acoustic. So I do most of my songs on the guitar, and I wouldn't say I'm a very elaborate guitar player, but I kind of start the bass of it, and then depending on what the mood is, whether it's like romantic or moody or like exciting, then I'll kind of fit whatever's in the mood. And I have stacks of diaries at home, so sometimes I'll pull like whatever phrases I have in my diary, and then I've collaborated with a lot of different producers. Like first was my brother, John King Entertainment. That's the album that I had. So I brought him this base of an idea, and he kind of built onto it. And then I collaborated with my bandmates like Jesse Grimm. He's my drummer. He helps me out with the drums. We've had, several basses. I have Izzy Mireles did the lead on that song for Ghost. So I just kind of always collaborate with friends on building up the song. Like I just kind of make the foundation of it.
So aside from being a solo artist, you're also in a band?
I'm in a band. So we're Lisette Marie and the Black Sheeps. And I have a Facebook page, or you can follow me on Instagram too at XO Lisette Marie or Lisette Marie on Facebook. And I'll usually post about my gigs. Right now, I have a gig coming up March 23rd at the Quarter. I'm going to be doing like a 4-hour set there. And then I also play at the Moon Rock. Not this month, but the following months, every last Saturday of the month, I'm going to be at the Moon Rock too. So it kind of fluctuates, but if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I usually post about it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That was going to be the next question. So I know that you've already mentioned this a little earlier. You mentioned a little bit about some of the artists that inspire you. Can you elaborate on some of those?
Definitely. I mean, I got her tattooed on my leg, so I have to mention her. Amy Winehouse is like probably my number one go-to because she's like a mix of everything. She's very she has like a jazz voice, but she also sings blues, and it's very timeless and unique. So I love and obviously the way she sings is like her own voice. Like nobody can really replicate that. So Amy Winehouse for sure is a major influence on me. And Stevie Nicks. Like I always really looked up to powerful, strong women. Selena Quintanilla, I would always sing her. Even if I didn't understand Spanish, I would still figure out a way to sing her songs and dance like her. And so definitely strong female powerhouses like that.
If you could collaborate with someone, could be anyone at all, who would you like to collaborate with?
I would probably say Amy Winehouse, but more than likely somebody current would probably be like Lady Gaga. Like I feel like she's so versatile, and that's like a real musician to me. Like she's very authentic. She's always changing. I feel like as an artist, you never stop like evolving. Like it's always like what's next for you. And she's an amazing singer. So I feel like probably Lady Gaga, like from now, but if it was anybody, definitely like Amy is number one always.
Someone tag Lady Gaga, please.
Yes.
And,
let her know. Call her people.
Call her people. Tag this video and share it with her folks.
Yeah.
With her people. What projects do you have coming up?
I have a couple things going on. So I play in my local cover band. I also started a project this year with my boyfriend, Christian Clement. He's in also another local band called Moon Rabbit. And so me and him are like a duo right now, and we're going to have a song coming up called How Far We've Come. So that's like another project I'm working on, and we're writing a lot of new songs right now. So it's called Dream Crush. So we have a separate account for that project. And then, like I said, I have a song coming out with Arnold the Painter, and that's like a R&B kind of style, and that's going to come out probably in the summer. And just kind of going with the flow, see what else happens creatively. And then obviously I'm writing like my own songs too. So I have whatever out right now, the newest single, but I'm already working on the next track, which is called Grateful. So I just kind of finished that one this year. So I'm always either writing, recording, or playing live. Like I'm just kind of trying to do a little bit of everything I can.
That's the life of an artist, right?
Yes,
You have to kind of do a
Live
little bit of
it.
everything. Yes, and as you're promoting one, you're already planning on the next one. You're
Yeah.
writing the third one, and
Yeah, now that I'm
you know?
saying it out loud, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm always like, I need to do more. I'm not doing enough. And I'm like, oh, wait, those are a couple of things I'm
Yeah.
juggling, actually. Yeah.
So the single you're promoting right now, what's the name of that one? What's the title of that?
The newest song that's out is Whatever. And I have a music video out on YouTube for it. Alex Martinez, he took the video for that. He edited it. He helped me. We collabed on that. So he filmed that video, and then I recorded that song at Alubel Studios. So he helped me record that song.
Tell me about the production, as far as like the video production that goes on behind the scenes during the filming of your videos.
It's honestly a lengthy process, because first you have to come out with idea, like really diving into the concept of the song. So like Whatever is a very rebellious song. It's very like, who cares what anybody has to say? Like, I'm gonna do whatever makes me happy. So like that's the main idea of the song. And me and Alex, we get along really well creatively, and it just kind of would spur the moment. Like he filled in on drums for me at a Hop Shop show, and I didn't have a drummer at the time, so he hopped on that, and then we recorded some scenes at the Hop Shop. So there's a little green room where they have like graffiti all over the place, like from bands like that have played there. It's such a cool spot. I love Hop Shop. And so we recorded some scenes there. We recorded downtown on 17th Street. In the middle of the night, try not to get run over by traffic. And then we filmed all of it with the band in my kitchen. So we kind of just DIY'd this as we go, like kind of like, what do you think of this? And what about this lighting? And so it took about maybe 3-4 months to really get all the footage. And so it's definitely like a creative process, but it takes time for sure to do a video like that.
Are there any, is there anything that you might want to talk about that I forgot to ask you, or that we forgot to mention? Anything you want to add?
What do you think I missed, Lucio?
Your inspirations.
My inspirations?
Your tattoos, your motivations.
I would say, I'm definitely a person that loves art all around, whether it's tattoos or like really exploring all kinds of art. So like music, I love to dance. I just want to really push myself to be creative. A lot of people kind of ask me like, well, what's your end goal with music? Like, are you trying to be famous? Are you trying to go on tour? Like, what am I really aiming for? And that's really just to push myself creatively to do things that I otherwise, when I was younger, I would doubt myself a lot. I would say like, oh, I can't, like, I'm not going to be as big as these people. I'm not going to be as big as Lady Gaga. Like, why try? But there's still, I really want to motivate other people, especially local musicians, anybody, especially females in the music world, to do things that kind of make you feel uncomfortable, like whether it's performing live or learning an instrument you otherwise think you couldn't learn. Like, I just want to be that person that motivates people to try something they are kind of scared to do, or maybe they doubt themselves that they can't do. So I kind of just want to be the voice of that and inspire people to really push their creative limits, for sure.
And where can people go to listen to your music?
I have an album and a couple of singles out on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It should be on all streaming platforms. And if you want to see where my gigs are next, just follow me on Instagram under Lisette Marie, or Facebook, and I'll be posting them there.
We want to thank you for making the time to come out here and talk to our audience. The doors are always open here at 97.7 FM for you.
Thank you.
Please come back,
I would love to.
Promote your next project with us. Let us know, where we can go catch your next gigs.
Of course.
We'll keep our audience informed on that. And starting tonight her music is officially released on our station.
Yay.
So we're going to start her music on our daily rotation.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I want to thank my best friend Lucio for also introducing us to go on the radio. It's super exciting, and yeah, just check out my music. I hope you like it, and I hope to see you at a show. And yeah, thank you for having me, and I'll definitely be back whenever you want.
Tell us again how people can follow you on social media.
On Instagram, it's XO Lisette Marie, and then on Facebook, it's Lisette Marie. And you'll see I'll put on stories, or I'll do posts about shows coming up, or if you want to book me for a gig, whether it's like all night or just 2 hours, I can definitely do. You can reach out to me on those platforms, Facebook or Instagram. Also, you can reach out to my brother, John King Entertainment, and he also books my gigs and does sound for me. Mm-hmm.
That's like, now we're gonna take out or we're gonna finish the show off with one of your videos. Tell us about that one.
So this is the video for Whatever. It's honestly, I'm really, really proud of it because this is like the first video. Well, actually, it's the second video I did, but it really took a lot of time and effort and like creativity. And it's like the first time we really did something like this outside the box. So I'm really proud of it, what me and Alex kind of created. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you enjoy it. And Whatever is all about doing what makes you happy, and regardless of what society says or what people judge you, like it's about ignoring that and just listening to your inner voice. So that's what this song's about.
Well, once again, thank you for making the time to come out. I want to thank you, the viewers who are watching us through YouTube, our social media, those of you listening to us driving around on 97.7 FM or on some of the apps like TuneIn Radio or Radio Garden. We leave you with Lisette Marie and Whatever. Until next time, keep listening to 97.7 FM, The City.
Thank you.